The Dean Blundell Show may contain subject matter that could be considered offensive by some. Listener discretion is advised.
The Dean Blundell Show. Going dick head free.
In T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, D9, 6, D9. 69.
The Dean Blundell Show.
Dean Blundell and Todd. Those are the only guys that when I listen to them, I'm just howling on the way to work or school.
I've never laughed so hard in my life.
The Dean Blundell Show. 102.1. The Edge.
This is your Edge. Hold it. Files with Dean Blundell on the Edge.
Justin Bieber almost was murdered and castrated. I don't know which one would have come first. When you have a murder for hire castration plot,
it's castration always first.
You castrate first, then you murder?
Because if you castrate after, it's not really castration.
Yeah,
it's just mutilating
it's always
the body.
castration. Removing the testicles from the body is actually castration, whether they're dead or alive.
Yeah, but you want the guy to feel pain, I think.
You think these guys did?
I think that was part of it, right?
He just wanted to parade them around.
Just want to show you your nuts.
Yeah.
I think that maybe that's it. It's like that old thing you see in the Indiana Jones movies where the guy reaches in his chest, pulls out his heart, and shows it to him. Or the kung fu movies and stuff. The 5-finger death punch. Same thing. It's the castration death punch. Anyway, the guy's name is Dana Martin. Said he felt like a nobody in prison, serving consecutive life sentences in New Mexico Correctional Facility for his participation in a 2000 murder. Numerous attempts to communicate with Justin Bieber went unnoticed, so that's when he started a plot. He even had a Bieber image tattooed on his leg. He felt the kidnap and murder of Justin Bieber, as Mr. Bieber is referred to, would bring him the notoriety he was seeking, according to his affidavit signed by Clinton Norris, Chuck's brother. He's a New Mexico lawyer. In prison last April, he met a guy named Mark Stake. Using his skills as a good manipulator, convinced him to carry out his murder for hire plot. He told Mr. Stake, who was released on probation in October, I got powerful connections with some Chinese gangs in New York. At Dana Martin's request, 4 people, including Mr. Bieber, police confirmed that's who JB is, were to be murdered, castrated. It was the murder first, then the castration. Yeah, I knew it.
To me, it's a waste.
Listen.
I'm just saying it's a waste.
A total waste.
Okay,
You're going to castrate a guy. You want to do it while he's still alive.
Yeah.
And strangle him first, then cut his nuts off. Anyway. At Mr. Bieber's request, Mr. Martin's request, 4 people were to be murdered and castrated, including Justin Bieber. Said he was going to give $2,500 per testicle.
That's it?
Yeah.
Let's go put them on eBay.
The plan was go for a fortune. The plan was committed to murders using neckties, the similar way he killed his victims, paisley neckties, as a matter of fact. In November, Mr. Martin had an apparent change of heart. As a result, police have arrested Mr. Stake and his nephew, Tanner Roon. How do you, he got his nephew to do it. Apparently, he was on the phone with the guy, his nephew, instructing him where to go to like human GPS. Okay, turn left right here. Yeah, okay. No, go back past the Max Milk. You're going too far. He's going to come out the back doors right there. Stop. The alleged murder plot, which orchestrated down to the type of instruments that we use for both the castrations and murders, was outlined in a note that was passed along to the police. Mr. Martin asked to speak with a sergeant in prison. He said he believed there were 2 male individuals on their way to Vermont to commit a couple of murders. That's when they figured the whole thing out. So basically, the guy that wanted him murdered outed himself and said, hey, listen, I feel bad. I was going to kill my idol, Justin Bieber. There's a 44-year-old man whose idol is Justin Bieber. The funny part of the news stories that are coming out when you hear people talk about castration, like this one. Listen to this. It makes me laugh.
Disturbing news regarding pop superstar Justin Bieber. Bieber was the target of a deadly plot that would have seen him murdered and castrated. Police in New Mexico confirming tonight the plan was to kill Bieber in New York City last month, where he was performing. 2 men, one a convicted killer serving time in New Mexico, were involved, the inmate instructing the other from prison. The hitman was arrested in New York before anything happened.
Oh.
They really took that other song that group sang seriously. I'm going to kill you, Justin Bieber.
I'm going to castrate you. Yeah, maybe it was like one of those things where they think the music speaks to them.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
It's my job.
Yeah, I think we have to do it. I think we have to castrate him and do this thing in his ocular cavities.
The song says nothing about cutting off his nuts, but
why don't we throw it in?
Yes, the remix.
Oh, the remix. Cutting up the nuts. Oh, the Biebs, eh?
Yeah.
He is probably crying right now. Yeah?
Oh, good. Yeah.
On some probably really expensive pillows, but crying,
Okay.
nonetheless. Those are your Edgefiles, whatever the hell day it is in December, the year 2012.
The Edgefiles on 102.1 The Edge.
It is now a proven fact. Facebook is a scourge on society. Facebook destroys relationships. Facebook makes people do terrible things to one another. Terrible, terrible things. The Dean Blundell Show is on Facebook. See what the guys are up to. Leave a comment. Listen to the podcast. Make new friends. Dispose of the old ones. Check us out on Facebook today. And please like us. All right, whatever. The Dean Blundell Show. 102.1 The Edge.
Still reading more about the Justin Bieber murder for hire plot. You should see the picture of the guy that was arrested for trying to kill him.
Can't imagine him looking too good.
Looks like me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, come have a look. Martin Stake is the guy's name.
I love the quote in it. Did you read the quote in it?
Which one? There's lots of different quotes. Look it. Looks like me.
Angrier.
Angrier version.
Angry.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like a version of me when I'm angry.
Yeah. They said when the investigator was speaking of it, he goes, the guy's in jail. They have a recording of it, of that Ruane and Martin characters.
Yeah.
They said, I was going to go snip, snip.
Oh, cut his nuts.
Yeah, that's literally what they said.
Yeah, Mark Stake and his nephew Tanner Ruane, a 23-year-old, arrested late November. So they're just they were arrested a while ago. We're only finding out about it now. So they knew about it a long time ago. So this isn't news to Biebs. The convicted killer felt snubbed by JB. This part makes me laugh. So this is another 45-year-old guy. Said he wanted JB killed because he has a measure of fame and became infuriated with him. He has a tattoo of JB on his leg and attempted to contact him several times. Became upset when Justin didn't write back.
Well, I'm sure he's a bit busy. He's got a couple of fans. And you're an old fan. That's weird.
Yeah. Martin told investigators he was very upset. The singer's Canadian management asked to comment on the reports, release a statement saying they take every precaution to protect and ensure the safety of the Biebs and his fans.
You know, maybe this, because we're just finding this out now, happened about about a month ago?
Yeah.
And I think it's only been about a month since he started wearing those stupid molar pants. Maybe it's to protect his nut. Maybe there's some sort of crazy contraption in there, just in case someone were to get to them. And like there's a bear trap in there or something.
Yeah, the low crotchers.
Yeah.
He's got a bear trap in there.
But that's why he has to wear them so low to his knees, just in case anyone gets close to him.
He's got a chastity belt on.
Maybe there's a security guard in there, something like
probably.
Yeah.
You can strangulate me, but you're not taking my balls. That's a great point. He only started wearing those protective nut pants recently.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Now we know why. He's like, I gotta wear something that protects my nuts. No one knows. They just look like stupid pants. What you don't know is they're bulletproof.
No kidding. Yeah, and then you need a key to get into them.
Yeah.
It's just a crazy story. I wonder at what point, like, you have to be, like, talk about a guy who's crazy. The bottom line is that it was a pretty real threat for these guys to get arrested, right? And listen, you can make jokes all you want. I don't want it. As much as I hate the guy and I can't stand his music and I think he's a pompous, ego-driven puke, you don't want to see anybody, well, yeah.
You don't.
I don't want to see him get strangulated with a paisley tie.
Maybe more of a long-term illness.
Oh, I thought you were going to say maybe a bow tie.
No.
Maybe a bow tie.
One of those Colonel Sanders ones, those southern
those
string
are just
ones.
so hard to do up. That's why they don't ever get strangulated with them. I forget this stupid tie. But where are those guys? It's almost like a flasher. It's the same mentality as someone that goes around showing people his balls. At what point do you include that in your day as an idea? And then convince other people that it might be a good idea. Because this guy had 2 other guys that thought this was a great idea.
And they weren't even getting paid a lot. They're getting $2,500 per ball. That's all it was.
Yeah, it was. Each testicle was $2,500. They're going to get paid $2,500 to cut off one of each of his testicles.
I think you can get more for like black bear testicles on the black market.
Yeah, and you put them in your soup and you get 12-hour boners, I guess. Only if you're Japanese, though. Only if you're Japanese.
These guys wanted fame. That's what
I know, but who, Derek? For God's sakes, if I came up to you and I said, "Okay, here's the deal. That week that Todd was gone, we liked Adjua better. So what I need you to do is go into your closet if you can. What do you think of this idea?
Okay.
Go into your closet, get yourself a necktie.
I got one.
Go to Todd's house, strangle him with it, and then cut off his balls, and then send them to me. Okay. I'll give you $2,500 a piece for each nut. What do you think?
Will I become famous?
For sure. Yeah, you'll be super famous.
How much? Do
$2,500 a piece.
Okay.
See? Like at any point does anybody go, "Oh, that's a great idea"?
Well, in Derek's case, I would have tried to, if Bieber's balls set to Preston, I would have prorated mine a little more just because they're bigger.
These are long.
And there's more highway miles on them.
Yeah. They had more risk factor.
Well, if I'm cutting his off, I need to use a splash guard. For sure. I'm not with the risk factor. It blows my mind that's what kills me about the story. Not how ridiculous it is that 3 retards from New Mexico wanted to cut Justin Bieber's nuts off and kill him. What kills me is that 3 retards, 3 guys thought it was a plausible idea.
Like-minded.
Exactly. Yeah. How do you find 3 of the same guys to do the most ridiculous things that we're all hanging out at the same place?
Facebook.
They got a Facebook group.
3 likes on the Justin Bieber strangulation castration site. 3 likes. Well, you know who's doing it. Or for sure MySpace. You find that on MySpace.
Oh yeah. Actually, have you ever been in New Mexico?
I don't think so.
I was there once a long time ago. I get it. There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do there.
Oh, so that's just an activity.
No, yeah.
It's the state sport.
Famous person castration. It's interesting, isn't it? What do you want to do today? I don't know. You get out of jail in a couple days. Well, you want to do me a favor? Yeah, sure. I'm going to bring you some smokes or shampoo. Maybe a cake with a file in it. Nope.
No, you got edge clippers?
You got a sickle.
Oh, you won't need a sickle. You need some of them.
Fish scaler.
You need some of them. Some of those cuticle cutting scissors.
That's what they use for us.
That was way too easy.
Those little tiny curved scissors you can barely get your fingers into. Next. Well, just one snip and they were both gone. It was unbelievable.
They turned into dust.
We'd give you the wiener, but we couldn't find it, so no big deal.
They fit in the dime bag. I got him!
Attention citizens of Florida! Attention citizens of Louisiana!
The Dean Blundell Show.
It's going to be category 5 or greater!
102.1.
I'm dizzy!
It's time for your phone calls, emails, and tweets. Hey, The Edge. Hey, dude.
Hey, I just wanted to say this, a little bit of good that's come from Bieber's balls almost being cut off, besides all the great entertainment you provided.
What's that?
Christmas gifts. We can all get Barber My Balls t-shirts this Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Bieber My Balls. Bieber almost had his balls Biebered. Barbered. Clipped. Yeah, Barber My Balls instead of Bieber My Balls. That's still an unbelievable story. 2 guys arrested for the murder for hire plot and castration plot of Justin Bieber. They showed a picture of the nephew and the uncle that were going to go do it. Both just look like winners.
Yeah. Would it make you gay if you castrated someone?
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh, the second you put unless you're a clinical urologist.
Okay.
The second you put your hands on another man's testicles, you're gay.
Especially if there's a struggle, right?
Yeah. Because then it's like wrestling.
Yeah.
Hey, the Edge.
I'm on the air?
Yeah.
Dear Beebs, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my home, my cell, and my pager at the bottom. I sent 2 letters back in autumn.
Stan,
You must not have got 'em.
I know. Stan, sincerely yours. This is I get it. Thank you, sir. Hi, the Edge.
Good morning, this is Dr. Boris.
Hey, bud, what's up?
I didn't say my whole name. Dr. Boris Bolus.
Dr. Boris?
Bolus.
Bolus,
yes. I have been studying this Justin Bieber thing quite well.
Yep.
And I can categorically say that Justin Bieber has no nuts.
Thank you. We were wondering about that ourselves.
Thanks, Dr. Boris Bolus.
We'd like to have professionals on the show.
Hi, the Edge.
Hey, what's up, Dino?
What's up, dude?
Hey, the funniest thing is everybody always says how much they hate Justin Bieber, but now you watch it on TV, it's actually messed up.
What do you mean? It's messed up that someone wanted to kill him and cut his nuts off? You find that messed up?
I think that's messed up, man.
So do I.
It is a bit messed up. Really, you almost feel bad now.
I don't get it. No, I don't feel bad because, he's that famous, right? So someone's going to get all fixated and go weird. But what I don't understand, and I said this earlier, is that there are people that crazy, 3 of them that know each other.
The guy in jail got a damn tattoo of Justin Bieber.
On his leg.
Yeah. I have a Justin Bieber tattoo on my back.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
I'm only joking.
Hi, the Edge.
Hi, I need your guys' opinion on something.
Sure.
So I'm going to MTL with some buddies for a hockey tournament.
Montreal?
MTL.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
And it's kind of like tournament tradition for the boys to, go out and stuff and whatever. So, my girlfriend's had like a previous boyfriend who did the same tournament, and she said that if I went to a strip club, she'd break up with me. So what do you guys think?
You know what? Get out of it. Honest to God, any girl that says her boyfriend can't go to a strip joint, you can't have if your girlfriend says you can't have an affair, that's one thing. Someone that stops you from enjoying your time with your guys, I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not going to be what guy? I didn't used to anyway. I haven't been for years. But I didn't go to strip joints so I could make out or pick up chicks.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm only 17, so...
Yeah, don't go to a strip joint until you're 19.
Wow. I was going to ask.
It's legal when you're 18, so I don't know.
What? Well, you're not... Well, do you have fake ID?
In Quebec.
I did, but I'm probably going to get another one.
All right.
I don't think we've ever talked to someone with fake ID before.
I didn't talk about a 17-year-old and fake ID. You're too young to worry about those problems,
buddy.
Dude. Yeah, you know what you need to do? Go get some Laffy Taffy and watch some SpongeBob SquarePants. At the Edge. Hello.
Good morning, Vatos.
Vatos.
Good morning, what?
Vatos. Like essay. What's up?
Hey, yo, am I on the air, Vato?
Yeah.
Yo, can I do a quick shout-out, AC?
Yeah, sure. Essay.
I want to shout out all my Vatos in the construction van going to work this morning, AC. I want to shout out Arturi. I want to shout out Menu. I want to shout out Spikey. I want to shout out Ricardo. And all you other construction workers, have a good day, Vatos.
Yeah. All right. A nice message, Vatos.
Hi, the Edge.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, brother. What's shaking?
Not too much. So I'm not going to talk about Justin Bieber because I don't find it that interesting. What are you guys up to today?
Talking about Justin
Bieber. Find it more interesting than finding out what we're doing today. Hi, the Edge. Hello. Hey, dude.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up?
Not much. Just wanted to say that some advice that you gave a couple weeks ago actually really worked.
Which one?
The line at the bar when you're with the girl, let her talk about herself.
Well,
and you look in her eyes, just say, "Let's get out of here."
What happened? Tell me your story. I love success stories. It's like those weight loss stories when I hear about guys that just completely invest time in a woman because this is why no one needs to internet date. I talked to like a 55-year-old guy last week. He did the exact same thing. He said it was brilliant. Walks into a bar, meets like a 38-year-old chick, good-looking 55-year-old guy, decent-looking 38-year-old girl, asks about her family, talks about where she's from, asks about her friends, her job, doesn't say anything about himself, and then he drops it on. And you know what? 10, 12 years ago, you and I were talking about this. We've been telling people for 10 years, the best thing you could do is when you ask a girl about herself and she shows some interest, you say, hey, you want to get out of here? You get a cup of coffee. Let's get out of here. Let's go.
Oh, well,
what happened?
I got something else that I just wanted to mention to you. Have you guys ever seen that video, 2 Girls, 4 Punches?
I don't think I've seen that one.
I'm gonna know.
I don't think we've seen this one.
Yeah,
what happens?
What? Honestly, I've just wanted to mention that to you guys. Just check that out, and I just want to hear your reactions on the radio.
Is it
2 Girls, 4 Punches, YouTube. Is there swearing in it?
No.
No, okay, turn it on. It all started 2 people lamenting they never punched anyone in the face. They realized they would probably look good with a black eye. All right, here we go. Turn it up. Turn it on. Oh, my God. You ready? Here we go. This is good. This one girl, she's going to line up and... Okay, it's two. It's a gay guy in there too.
No, I think it's not. Is that a guy?
Oh, maybe it's just an ugly. Sorry, it's an ugly chick.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Did you close your eyes?
That may be right.
Your face is right.
Yeah, close your eye.
These chicks are hot, punching each other in the face. Have you seen this?
I'm watching as you do it.
2 Girls, 4 Punches. They're smoking hot.
I think it's 2 lesbians, 4 punches.
I hope so.
Aim your nose towards me, Tia.
Why? Now they're hugging each other. So they drill each other in the face, then they hug each other.
Fight Club.
Upon seeing that footage, they decided there was no way to get black eyes from those punches. They got to try again.
Oh, they went harder.
Yeah, this is them trying again.
Are you going to distract me again?
I'm not going to say a word.
She's pretty hot. She's got like a big arm tattoo as well. Can you post this on my blog? Yeah. Here we go. She's getting ready to punch this chick right in the face.
I like the skinny, taller one.
I don't.
Okay.
Oh, she got it.
Oh.
That's not a nice sound.
Son of a bitch, that looks like it hurt.
Oh.
Switch.
Was there an S-bomb in there? No, switch. No. So then they switch.
Erica, you really pulled through on that
one. Yeah, the third one? The third one's hard. Here, the fourth one's really hard.
Okay. Oh my God. That was a good one. That was really good.
Okay, here we go. Last punch. Hang on. Here we go, last punch.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. This is... Hang on. Here we go. Cocks the arm. Cocks the arm.
You followed through first time. Okay.
Look this way.
Oh, God.
That last one.
Oh, you haven't lived.
Oh.
That was unbelievable.
I think she hit it right on the nose.
Oh, right in the bridge of the nose.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even in the eye and the nose, and it was just it was the greatest punch I've ever seen a girl throw.
She broke her nose for sure.
Why?
They wanted black eyes, Derek.
They thought it'd be cool to have black eyes.
Okay.
And they're both smoke shows, too.
I think they're used to that motion before, just not on the face.
The Dean Blundell Show. 102.1. The Edge.
Craig Gass is here, everybody.
Yes!
Comedian Craig
You
Gass.
sons of bitches, yes!
We put him up in the green room. That's why.
I just woke up and had a shower in the bathroom.
Yeah.
How are you, brother?
Lord. I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good. You farted around Toronto yesterday. I heard you went to the very uninspired Raptors game.
Yeah, you know what was weird about when I first got in there? The Raptors were kicking ass. They were up by like 10, I think, when I first, and I was like, whoa.
That happens a lot.
The hell?
Yeah. They're just happy to win a quarter, the Raptors at this point.
Yeah, they kept the edge, and then the second half started, and it was just, and it just all went downhill. But
yeah, it's interesting. We were talking about that this morning, and Derek brought up a good point, and so did Todd. They were talking about how, they try and find any positive, or we may have lost the first, the second, and the third quarter, but we out-rebounded and outshot them, even though we scored less. So that's a positive.
Is that Tim Meadows?
No. That's a positive. Yeah, Dwayne Casey's a ladies' man.
Yeah. Have you considered the butt?
So this is Dwayne Casey's post-game comments that Derek grabbed for us, too.
I thought everybody that stepped on the court tonight competed, and that's all we asked for.
Clearly, that's all you've asked for.
We haven't told. We haven't instructed them to win yet.
You never told us to win. You just told us to compete.
All we was hoping for was 5 guys on the court.
Competed, played the game the right way, played together, played hard. They made some tough shots. They made their run. They're one of the top teams in the league, highest payroll in the league, whatever you want to call it. So I was really proud the way the guys came out and competed. There's no consolation prizes in the NBA. We didn't get.
Is the constellation prize the same as the consolation prize?
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
There's no consolation prize, no Aquarius,
You get a
no
gold
nothing.
star. There's no consolation prize in the NBA. We didn't get the W. But I do like the way the guys.
We lost again.
You gotta fire him for that. I don't care how bad the record is
tonight, and it's what you asked for.
You try and find the positive in anything. But anyway, you went to the game.
Yeah, I saw the final score, and that's nasty.
Today, what was the final score of last night's game?
I think
97-88.
Yeah, they got up by almost 10. Brooklyn went up by almost 10 points, and Brooklyn's rejuvenated because they're in Brooklyn, and they were like such a crappy team last year. But then they, like, I've been to a game in Brooklyn, and it's crazy in there. Like it was like. Brooklyn
different
is
vibe.
They're
New Jersey.
They're so proud of being in Brooklyn, and everything's Brooklyn. And Jay-Z was at the game, and they had a halftime.
Well, he owns part of the team, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, but like a really
5% or something.
Yeah, he owns a really small.
Is it that Russian guy that owns the whole team?
Yeah, Russian guy's got it all. And
he doesn't have a cell phone or a computer. Did you know that guy?
Love him.
Yeah, you got like $80 billion with no computer. That's pretty good.
The basketball game I went to was Nets versus Knicks in Brooklyn, and they had Slick Rick perform that. And Slick Rick was drunk, and people were booing him, and it was just a weird, like, it was rough, man. It was a rough vibe in Brooklyn.
No one goes by the name Slick anything anymore. It's hard. You got to change it. Like if it's a '60s Slick Rick, you got to go with like Cool Rick in the '90s or 2000s. You know what I mean?
You know, it's funny. I actually have a comedian friend of mine who does a joke about being too old. And people picking up on it, like when you're in a sneaker store and going, "Oh, those sneakers are super fly fresh." Like, what the hell is that, dude?
Who talks like that?
Man, that shirt is groovy.
Hey, I'm bringing it back. We're bringing it back.
That's right.
So tonight, Christmas Fest. Craig, you've agreed to join us. We're really thankful. You're going to stick around for the Bills Seahawks game this weekend too. So you're enjoying the city. But tonight's Sound Academy, you're going to be bastardizing a bunch of Christmas classics for us. Is that correct?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take Christmas classics, and I'm going to do them as different celebrities, and we're going to bastardize these Christmas classics. That's what I'm bringing to the table. Yeah. And I've been trying to, in a roundabout way, give you examples of like, right, it's like this, but I'm doing it this way. I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it this way. And today I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do something really unique to the show.
Talk to me.
I'm going to do an impression of Derek.
Oh,
okay, reading a Christmas classic.
Can we give you some Sugar Plum Fairy music for this? I'm a big fan of the background music. Can I give you some nice, happy...
Now, keep in mind, I don't do a Derek impression. So
I think I know where this is going.
In lieu of Derek, I'm going to do an impression of Adam Sandler. So this is going to be Adam Sandler.
Doing Derek. So really, you're just including the name Derek for no reason.
No, this actually is going to go somewhere.
It's for the blind, obviously. Something.
Yeah, I'm going to try to read a Christmas classic. And by the way, and keep in mind, it's going to take me a while to read.
Yeah.
Because I'm blind.
Yeah.
So at some point, Dean, I need you to just get impatient with me and just tell me we're coming back on the air and yell at me.
Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Gass. As Derek, as Adam Sandler.
As Adam Sandler doing Derek trying to read a Christmas classic.
All right.
All right, what do we got here? All right, well, all right. First.
Hey, let's go, bud.
Hey, I'm blind! Shut up! Scooby-Doo.
That was supposed to go a lot further than I had a whole thing.
Okay, go get. Take two.
You want me to wait? I'll wait. I'll wait.
Ready, Craig Gass.
Folks, this is live improv. You don't get this anywhere else other than Second City for $12.99.
Here we go. All right. First. Day of Christmas. My true love gave to me a part. What the hell you said? This doesn't make any sense. What the hell's a partridge? Pear. Tree. On the. Oh Jesus, this thing's long. All right. On the. All right, second. All right. Great. Oh, Christmas again. Okay, Christmas. My true love. It's a true love again. All right. True love. Gave to me.
Come on, Gasser. Come on.
Can't you see I'm blind? You're making fun of the blind. What's wrong with you? Shut up!
All right, there you go.
Tonight at Christmas Fest, we'll see Craig Gass bastardizing Christmas classics as different people.
Did you see Adam last night on the show, 12?
No, he did something with Paul Schaefer, I heard. Was it good?
Oh, he did his great song about Hurricane Sandy, and it was a great. Then he kind of tied in the whole tri-state area and said, with some line where he said, and New Jersey, I know you've taken your hits. The situation always showing his tits. He was great. He was
all Pauly, yeah.
I was stoked for him.
You know, I on Twitter yesterday, everybody said they enjoyed the 12-12-12 concert for whatever. They raised $30 million for it last night. Anyway, they said they enjoyed it until Kanye came out in one of Kim's dresses.
That's one of the ballsiest moves ever, to have The Who, Springsteen, Rolling Stones, and Kanye wants to go on after them.
I know. I'm gonna go on last.
Yeah, it was so ballsy.
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
I never heard of these old white dudes. I'm coming on. I got the girl with the biggest, thickest ass in town. Let me go on. Who? The Who? Yeah, I'm asking you, The Who? I never heard of them. Are they related to Slick Rick?
Slick Rick. Gasser, we're really excited to see you tonight.
I can't wait for tonight, man.
Right,
Sound Academy, I'm excited for bastardizing some Christmas classics and then
enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
Tonight,
I'm going to film Todd getting laid.
You should. Well, won't be hard. Just follow him around every 5 minutes.
The Chorus Broadcasting System presents
The Dean Blundell Show.
Going to be a super duper program for you.
102.1 The Edge.
Joining us in the studio from Hall Pass, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 3D, please welcome Alex Diddario. Am I saying that right?
Yes. Hello, good morning.
How's it going?
And
Good.
you may remember Alex, folks. She was Paige, the babysitter from Hall Pass.
Yes.
Little
role.
Well, it was an awesome role, right? I mean, was that kind of like your big thing? Was that your big breakout? Was the Hall Pass? Was it?
Oh, yes. It was, well, Percy Jackson, I think, was
Yes.
right before that. It came out in February. I shot that in April. And that was sort of my breakout thing. That was what got me out to LA and got me sort of really more excited about being an actress and more sure that I had, more opportunities, that kind of
legs, some strength to go on and start filming other stuff.
I thought you were complimenting her on her legs, Dean.
No, I can't see them.
Okay.
I cannot see her legs.
You got long legs.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Glad you noticed.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. We like to congratulate people on their legs. So listen, let's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is a bit of a different one, the 3D one, because as I understand it, and from what I've seen, and it's really, really well done as far as horror movies go. It picks up from like the original in '74.
It does. It takes the story from the original movie and uses it. And I think that that's great for people who are fans of the original. There's so many nods to the original film, and for people who aren't familiar with the franchise or with the original film, it's just a really scary, fun film. So,
are you naked in it?
I'm not naked.
Scantily clad.
Scantily clad, definitely. There's a lot. There's a couple scantily clad young ladies, and there's a little bit of boob.
A little bit. Now, are you afraid? Because you're a very attractive woman, and even in Hall Pass, you wore some really nice clothes. And I've seen some from what I've seen of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, same thing. Were you like, are you nervous about wearing no bra? Are you nervous about
Yeah, I mean it's never comfortable, really. And
yeah, I would think.
I find that they always try to make you wear as little clothes as possible, and you have to try to sort of fight to put more clothes on.
Give us an example. Yeah. Give us an example of what happened when someone said, "Hey, we want you to wear this Teflon shirt."
Well, I think with Texas Chainsaw, to be honest, it was definitely negotiating if there was going to be nipple.
So back and forth with your agent, like originally in the movie script.
There was
there?
a whole.
You
wouldn't believe the negotiations you have to go through for some of this stuff.
Well, what happens? So someone phones and says, "We want her to show a little nipple." What do you say?
Right, or a lot, and then you say, "Well, listen, we will show no nipple."
Mm-hmm.
We'll show nothing, and they come back and they say, "Okay, we'll show some side boob." And then you just have to keep negotiating back and forth to try to reach a place where you're both comfortable.
So they settled on a quarter nipple, Dean.
And half an areola.
With future considerations.
And a little hip bone too. A little hip bone.
Yes.
But it would be a little odd because it's almost like when I'm listening to you tell me that there's negotiating to see parts of your anatomy.
Right.
It's almost like there's some creepy old producer in the background going, okay, see if you can get just some nipple and a side boob.
Well, to be fair, I think from their perspective, I mean, maybe it's a little creepy, but from their perspective, I think, for a horror film like this, it's sort of like, I think it's part of, the cliche of horror films is to have.
They're part and parcel with one another for sure.
But you never see,
unless
Harvey Keitel is in your film, your horror film, you never see penises or testicles.
No, you don't. Which there's a sad lack of. Maybe we should.
Is that what you?
Maybe I'll have to negotiate to have my male lead
show his nuts.
But only a piece of it.
Yeah. There's negotiation.
Sure.
We'll show tip and part of a testicle.
Just exactly. The tip is actually in the contract.
If it was Harvey Keitel, he'd be negotiating to get his whole thing in there. I want to show my nuts, my wiener. I want to show all of it. But in films, there's a huge disparity between what we get to see on women, we get to see on men. But I don't think women want to see. I don't know about you. Do you want to see guys junk in movies?
Sure. Why not? No, I mean not necessarily. I mean, I think that nudity is a weird thing for actors. I think that it can be gratuitous, and then there's sometimes it can make sense where it has the right effect for the film. It's a certain type of film or television show, or and sometimes it makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. And if there's gratuitous nudity, you're like, it takes you out of the story, and you're sort of like, what's going on? And
Have you ever flat out turned down a role because of that?
I have not been offered a role where it was sort of like you have to be naked or you don't get the role yet. That I wasn't willing to do something like that for.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not yet.
Well, I say try not to stick to those guns.
Yeah, we're in the process of writing a movie script right now. You'd be perfect for it.
Send it my way.
Okay. The movie's actually called Stick to Your Guns.
And show us later. Alex Diddario is our guest, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. So you do a lot of, and I noticed this, there is not just you, but a lot of people, there's a lot of screaming, a lot of running.
Running, crying, and screaming. And it's as for all of us, all the cast, it's really bizarre because you have to work yourself up to a level of hysteria that's so extreme that you would never really reach in real life, and you're put in situations that you'd never be in real life, and it's really interesting. At the end of the day, you get home and you're like, I feel extremely weird because you've tricked your body into thinking there's something really, really wrong, even though...
How do you do that? How do you trick yourself into thinking that some guy with a hockey mask is running after you with his chainsaw?
Well, it's, actor tricks. You basically, before a scene, you have to not be willing to embarrass yourself, sort of. There's this whole crew of people you're just starting to get to know, and, you're screaming and hysterically crying and sort of preparing yourself for the scene. And it's a bit odd.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself being paranoid or reacting that way to other people? They're like, relax, okay, chill out, like in real life situations?
No, I feel like it was like work, sleep, so I didn't even have much interaction with people outside of set.
You said you were exhausted on set. You said they were like you had long days of filming, right?
Yes,
with this
we
thing.
did. We all worked really, really hard. It was, we shot in Shreveport, Louisiana in July and August, and anyone familiar with that area of the country, it's extremely hot, never rains. It was like 106 to 110 degrees, and the cameras would overheat. We were using brand new 3D cameras, which the 3D is amazing, but we were all overheating, and it was difficult, but it sort of brought us together. It was like, join or die type of situation. And we all bonded and supported each other, but definitely a difficult shoot.
Did you film some of it in Canada too? Is that, or no?
No, I have shot, in Vancouver. I shot the Percy Jackson movies in Vancouver.
Did you like Vancouver? Do you like Canada?
I love Vancouver.
Did you?
I love it, yeah. And now I've spent several months there, and I love it. But this is my first time in Toronto.
Is it really? Mm-hmm. Do you like Toronto? So when did you get here?
I do. I got here last night.
What are you doing tonight?
Tonight I'm flying to New York.
Oh, well, forget it.
We have a big Christmas party. I think you were going to invite us.
Yeah, forget it. We don't
care. I would have come.
I'd give you tickets, but you got to show side boob.
Okay.
Quarter.
All right, I'll show you partial side boob.
You get 2 tickets now.
When's the movie open?
January 4th.
January 4th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. Alex Diddario, our guest. Thank you very, very much for coming. Are you on Twitter? Are you anywhere on Twitter?
I am on Twitter, at AA Diddario.
How many followers do you have?
My last name. I think I have a little bit more than 50,000, which is extraordinarily exciting for me.
Good for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time, and really great to meet you. I know you got a busy day today, so we don't want to keep you, but thanks for coming.
Nice
and best of luck to you.
you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thank you very much.
All right.
More side boob.
This is the D. Lundell Show.
Still laughing about Dwayne Casey trying to find the bright side.
That's the Raptors head coach, because a lot of people probably don't even know that.
Yeah. Well, they've lost like 6 or 7 in a row. And Toronto desperately needs something to hope for. Toronto desperately needs a team to be able to get behind. And it's nice that the Argos won the Grey Cup, but to be able to compete on the, on international, it's nice that Chris Berman pays attention to the CFL on NFL primetime on ESPN, but he does it once a year when the Grey Cup's around.
It's not quite the same, let's be honest.
So it would be nice to be able to compete. So anyway, we lose last night to the, what do you call those, Brooklyn Nets?
Yeah.
And this guy has got to be the eternal optimist because there is not much to cheer for. Well, I have to say, we won the points in the paint war for 5 minutes in the third quarter. Well, our bench scored more points than they did last game. Well, we didn't run out of Gatorade.
And I'm just trying to save my job.
And it was close, but there were more Raptors fans than there were Nets fans.
That's right. And so you can't ignore the positive.
3 of the guys sweat tonight.
I thought everybody that stepped on the court tonight competed.
Yeah. Well, let's hope.
And that's all we asked for.
Well, that's a shame.
Oh, there's the problem.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Colangelo. You didn't say win, you said compete every night. I forgot that part. Win.
Competed, played the game the right way, played together, played hard. They made some tough shots. They made their run. They're one of the top teams in the league, highest payroll in the league, whatever you want to call it.
We competed with one of the lowest payrolls in the league. That's a positive. Andrea Bargnani didn't miss a shot last night. That's a positive.
He didn't play.
I know.
It's not like we have Vince Carter anymore. Yeah, in his prime.
What you think we are, the Dallas Mavericks?
And our mascot is very athletic.
Yeah, that's right.
But you know what I don't understand is because, earlier in the year, like right at the beginning of the year, I tweeted, I don't think the Raptors will even win like 25 games or something. And there were like some diehard Raptor fans. I don't even realize why people think or thought they were going to be competitive. It really doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it's hope,
right?
Yeah. It's eternal optimism.
Yeah.
Anytime, and we've had, I think we've been in the playoffs once?
Twice, I think.
Twice in 20 years, is that correct?
94, I guess.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
2 times in 20 years. I mean, if you're going to look at, I used to look at like the New Jersey Nets, who are now the Brooklyn Nets, and I used to look at other teams as perennial doormats, like the Miami Heat before LeBron James went over, and Shaq went over there. They were perennially the worst.
The Timberwolves.
The T-Wolves.
Certain teams, you go in and get a victory. Yeah.
It's just, that's going to be a good game because they suck too. But you can't say that about any other team other than the Raptors, who unfortunately being called the Craptors.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
So I was really proud the way the guys came out and competed. There's no consolation prizes in the...
It's also constellation, the same as consolation prize.
You got to be fired for that alone. I'm serious.
Constellation. Star stickers.
You said masochistic today.
No, I didn't. I said masochist. I would never ever would have said that. I didn't. I know I didn't.
What time was that?
I said a masochist. I wouldn't have said masochist. Not a chance.
Masochist. I know exactly. I heard.
No,
Okay, well, let's go back and hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
I will bet you $1,000 right now that you did.
You need to spend more time in the library.
I'll bet you $1,000 right now that you did.
I'm not going to bet, but I know
because
I didn't say it.
It was just a it wasn't intentional.
It's what you heard.
Why are you taking it personally?
Because I know, because I use that word all the time because I am one, so I would know it.
You just screwed it up once.
Maybe I screwed it up.
That's all I'm saying. I know you don't think it's masochistic. What I'm saying is you did say it.
Well, I'm back to constellation prize. I wonder who the Big Dipper on the Raptors is. That's what I'm thinking.
We don't have one. That's why we're 3-20 or something.
No, I mean like the Big Dipper.
Oh, yeah. It's probably a mirror.
Yeah.
Dean Blundell Show.
102.1 The Edge.
Hey, bud.
Hey, Dean.
How you doing?
Good, you?
Good. You excited for tonight, huh? Hey, it's going to be at Christmas Fest.
Yes, Kevin Smith, Dirtyheads.
Yep.
The 2 dudes from My Mother Earth.
The Reason, the band The Reason. That's a great band.
I like those guys.
Yeah, great guys. What'd you just say?
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Need some trucker now.
No, that's
Oh, like you're excited.
Yeah, that's
Brett Laurie.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, it's Brett Laurie.
Yeah.
That's how Pauly D from Jersey Shore says it.
Well, that's
yeah,
great.
buddy.
All right. So, it's going to be fun. And of course, the Salads are going to be doing their thing. You like the Salads, too. I Mother Earth, Reason.
Oh, The Reason.
Dirtyheads. They're going to perform live here this morning.
Cool.
Yeah, buddy.
And you'll be there, too.
Yeah.
Do we have him doing anything?
No.
Is he into... He's not even in the show.
We're actually going to castrate him live on stage.
Did you hear about this story?
Raise money.
Did you hear about the Justin Bieber story, dude?
What? Did he get back with Selena Gomez?
Oh, no. Listen to this. Listen to this. I really was excited to tell you this story. 3 guys had a plan, and they almost did it. They got arrested the other day for trying to kidnap Justin Bieber, strangle him with a paisley tie, and then cut his testicles off for $5,000.
Good.
What do you think of that?
Well, that's a sweet deal.
For who?
For Justin Bieber.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, who wants to beat the crap out of Todd Shapiro and rob his wallet for, let's say, $20? Kick Todd Shapiro, kick Toddy Tickle's ass and rob his wallet, $20. Who wants to kick Todd Shapiro's ass? $20. You sir. You want to kick Todd Shapiro's ass? He's on the Dean Blundell show. Want to kick his ass? He's a total prick. Want to kick his ass? $20. Let's go. Hurry. Step right up. Come on down and kick the ass of the one, the only Toddy Tickle Shapiro. And rob his wallet. Kick his ass for being a total douche on the Dean Blundell show. Hurry. $20. Hurry.
What does that have to do with Justin Bieber?
Nothing. No, 2 guys. Listen, I wanted to get you.
What a
that was
tangent
awesome.
that was. Yeah.
That was really awesome.
Come on, here at Christmas Fest.
Hot in the balls. So what do you think of this? So Justin Bieber was almost murdered, and then they were going to cut his nuts off.
I guess that means he might as well be born with a vagina, I guess. Might as well get a sex change. And there will be a Selena Gomez member for sure, because, come on, who doesn't want to see 2 lesbians make out? Hooray for lesbos! And you thought Justin Bieber was a lesbo before. He will now.
Why?
Because he just got he got his nuts cut off from some guy for $5.
No,
they got arrested.
I mean, that's sick. That's enough to make you sick. It's enough to make you want to throw up. It's enough to make you want to vomit right now in front of the phone, you know? Oh, crap. Oh, God.
Hold it. Stop. Listen, it didn't. I have to explain it for the 4th time, eh? Okay, 2 guys got arrested before they got a chance to strangle Justin Bieber with a necktie, and their plan. That was their plan: kidnap him, strangle him with a necktie,
kill him,
and then castrate him, take off his testicles. And for each testicle, one guy was going to pay him $2,500.
What happened to the other guy?
What other guy?
No, one of the 2 guys that strangled Justin Bieber with a necktie and kind of.
You're missing your point.
They didn't do it. They got arrested before.
Oh, were the 2 guys the Blues Brothers?
The Blue Ball Brothers.
Yeah, the Blues Brothers. You know, Jake and Elwood.
Yeah.
The hell?
We know what you mean.
No.
2 guys. I'm going to explain this to you again.
All the duels in the world.
Yeah, Belushi and Aykroyd.
There were 2 inmates in a New Mexico prison. One inmate said, when you get out to the other inmate, try and kill Justin Bieber for me. And if you cut off his testicles, I'll give you $5,000, $2,500 for each. However, on the way to go and do it, they were arrested. So Justin still has his testicles. That's what I'm saying. They stopped it before it happened, and I wanted to know what you thought about the plan that was foiled to kill and castrate Justin Bieber.
For the 4th time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian.
Well, that Mexican guy's plot to cut Justin Bieber's balls is like Wile E. Coyote trying to catch the Roadrunner.
Okay, buddy.
How so?
Well, Wiley tried so many ways to try to catch the Roadrunner, but yet he's always the one ending up getting hurt, getting into a lot of pain or something, getting hit by dynamite, falling off a cliff,
Getting run over.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like when he'd paint like a train tunnel on the side of a mountain, and it was just a painting, but the roadrunner would go through it, but the coyote wouldn't because it was just
exactly,
hit by a truck.
Yeah, something like that. or he tried to dress up like Superman. Try to fly over a cliff, and he keeps falling off the cliff.
With his Acme scissors.
With his Acme. With everything that he got from Acme.
You think he'd stop buying stuff from Acme, Adrian?
Feeling him.
Yeah, I mean, he really needs to stop trying so hard. He's way too hard, to try to catch the Roadrunner. But yet the Roadrunner he always thinks quick,
He's elusive.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
What?
You excited for tonight?
Yeah, sure am.
All right. Well,
Wait, is he getting there?
I don't know. We're having a tough time finding a ride for you. I might send one of those Uber cars.
Uber cars?
He doesn't know what that
Not
is.
a pooper car, an Uber car.
I know what you said.
I thought you said pooper car. No, it's Uber, U-B-E-R.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I
it's
said. Uber. Uber car. Uber. Uber's Uber.
La-di-da-di-da.
Yeah, no junior mints for Alan. Just Ubers. Ubers.
So what do you make of your final thoughts on the Justin Bieber thing? What do you think?
It's just sick.
Really?
Me too.
Yeah, it's sick. I mean, who wants to see two Mexican guys trying to murder Justin Bieber?
Me.
Really? Why is that?
I'm not a huge fan.
And they're from New Mexico.
Yeah.
Bob, would you cut Justin Bieber's nards?
Would I?
Yeah.
I think it makes you gay, so I wouldn't.
Okay, well, you would know.
Well done.
All right, dude. Well, listen, stay on the phone because I got to get your address and stuff because we got to make sure we can get you there.
Okay, thanks.
All right, man. It's great talking to you again.
Great talking to you too.
Excited to see you tonight.
Yeah, I just can't get that testicle cutting image out of my head now.
Why? What do you see in your head?
Two Mexican guys, cutting off the testicles of Justin Biebs. Oh God, it's disturbing.
Justin Biebs.
It's disturbing. Let me tell you, you may never sleep for like a week. What? I mean, isn't that enough to give you nightmares? Well, it would for me. I'd be getting nightmares too if I pictured two Mexican guys cutting off my nuts.
You'd probably love it, Adrian.
No, are you kidding me? I'd hate it.
Most action you've got in your whole life.
I mean, I'd be wailing like Celine Dion or Michael Jackson. And then I would be the one with a vagina. Why? Because two Mexican guys try to cut my nards off. Which is disgusting.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
I mean, cause they can get. I mean, it's great that you brought that up because people could go to people. How many people went to jail for that?
2.
That's attempted murder at its worst. Right, Dean?
Right, Adrian.
Okay, all right.
All right, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you tonight.
Okay.
Okay, buddy. Stay on the phone.
All right.
All time. That was all time.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
You step right up to kick Todd Shapiro in the nuts.
Bored, lonely, hard up. Use your free hand and follow the boys on Twitter.
D. Blundell Show.
The D. Blundell Show. 102.1.
Joining us in the studio, none other than our friend and your friend, Steve-O.
Yeah.
Good to have you back, man.
Well, thanks. It's good to be here. We were listening in the car on the way over here, and man, you guys had all these nice things to say. I appreciate it so much.
Oh, do you really? You like it when people... Because you look...
Yeah.
We lied through our teeth this week.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that douche hole's coming back.
A douche hole. I like that.
Douche hole, and one of the words I learned from actually Jackass, I think it was number 2, is when Bam No, it was when Ryan burnt Bam with the brand. He said this Dick Farmer. Guy.
Yeah,
oh, that's a brilliant.
Called Farm of Dicks on my ass.
Wow, you can say Dick Farm on.
You can say
on
Dick
the radio.
Farmer. We call people Dick Farmers on the regular.
Wait, was it a Dick Farmer? Or he said, "I have a Dick Farm on my ass."
Yeah, so now I translated that into just people being Dick Farmers.
Good.
Yeah.
People who farm dicks. Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
So you're at Yuk Yuk's this weekend, and what is it stand up or what are you doing?
It's I do some stunts and tricks too.
What are you doing? Like what do you? Is it new stuff than the last time you're here? What do you got up your sleeve?
Well, the last time was I mean, some of it'll be the same, and some of it'll be new. But this is out in I don't know. It's at Yuk Yuk's in Ajax.
Yeah. It's a good place actually.
Yeah.
Have you been there yet?
I have not. I've never been to a Yuk Yuk's.
Are you serious? Is this
serious.
your first comedy place that you've gone to do a show?
Well, no. I've been doing comedy clubs for the last over 2 years.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
But the stunt related stuff, or just like the comedy?
Well, comedy.
Are you telling stories? Will you tell about stuff like what kind of story would you give us a sample of what the kind of story that you'd tell tonight?
Can I say that? Like, I mean, I don't want to get you guys in trouble on the radio, but can I tell you about the story of the time when I got my wiener transvestite?
I actually think you told us that.
Okay,
you told
cool.
us this story.
Okay.
You can say huffed. You can't say
okay.
Yeah, huffed instead of
huffed. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe I may have.
But it's amazing to hear again.
Yeah. There's can I talk about anal? Because
I think so.
Okay, because
okay, all right, I tried.
I'll tell you, the first time that I decided to go for the back door, right? I lubed up my finger with some spit, right? You know, I was with, and I worked it into the back door. You know, and I found a terrorist in the cave. Yeah, seriously. It was a completely loaded chamber, man. The train had not left the station. I mean, what do you do in that situation, right?
Oh, you ask for your non-refundable ticket back.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm sorry. You might need to go to the washroom.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Some people like that sort of thing.
Right, some people just pack that... pack it in deeper, huh? Not me, man. I changed lanes quick.
Put on the clicker and went in the other.
Did you?
I mean, whatever it is, you know, there's a little example of some stuff I might talk about, and it's all based on stuff that really happened. I really stuck, and my finger ran up into a chunky piece of poo.
You can't. I don't know why I find that so funny. I think it was the terrorist in the cave comment that really sent me over there.
It's all 100% true, man. I think that the comedy audiences really don't appreciate being lied to.
No,
that's my theory.
Well, you must have. But it's a great theory. I mean, listen, you've lived a storied life, man.
That's exactly right.
And
so you can't write material that makes that, like, you can't tell a story that didn't happen. It wouldn't be quarters funny as the stuff that actually happened.
It's true.
I was going to ask, are there ever certain situations where your friends have actually reminded you of what had happened, and you're telling stories that you don't necessarily remember? It's just people have reminded you that they did.
I'm pretty good on the details of events. It's just when they happen. Like there'll be a story, and I'm not clear if it happened in 2007 or 2005 or something.
Okay, you just know it happened.
I might be off by a year or two, but I'm pretty good with what happened. You know, it's not nothing that I've ever actually talked about in a comedy club, but I was just reflecting on my way over here about different things that have happened in Canada. I remember, like, Canada's always just been so good to me. I've always had such a great, to my old tour, you know, like, I guess, you know, and I used to sell these, like, Too Hot for TV DVDs and stuff, and, like, one of them was banned in Ontario.
Why was it banned?
I don't know. I mean, I got all kinds of ideas why I was just full of filth. You know? But the thing is, when you ban something, it just makes it more popular. You know? And so it's like I always really wanted to thank Ontario for banning whichever DVD it was. I can't even remember.
Because you can put that on the DVD you sell in Alberta, banned in Ontario, and people will buy it.
Right. And one way or another, they managed to buy them in Ontario, too. And I remember, like, the tour that I went out on across Canada to promote that stuff. It was just, like, everything sold out, you know? And I remember being like, going around Canada. I think we were in Saskatchewan. And it was, like, super sub-zero weather. And we were outside, and we had this crazy slutty girl with these huge, like, natural boobs. And there was this, like, steel square-shaped pole. And I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. Like, wrap your boobs around this square pole. We're going to freeze your boobs to this pole. So she does. And we froze her tits into TV dinners. I'm telling you. There were just these, like, you know, these blocks. They were just blocks wrapped around this pole. So I climbed up on top of the roof of a car to get her boobs off of the pole, and I'm just standing on the roof of a car, just pissing all over her, peeing on her boobs to get them off of this.
You're thawing them out. You're thawing them out.
And I'm just, you know, swaying back and forth, all drunk, just peeing all over the girl. You know, and we were filming everything. Oh man, it was incredible. And then I remember, so we got her boobs off the pole. And then,
I guess so.
And then I took her, you know, back to the hotel, and she just had these, like, horribly, like, freezer burned boobs, and I was just making love to her like crazy.
Did she shower first?
No, absolutely not. Nobody took a shower. We just got right to it. And then, and I remember another thing that stood out in it, like, from that Canada tour that was really, really, I had this thing where I was trying to go downstairs in a wheelchair, and I found this guy who's, like, totally paralyzed, and I was like, hey, like, can I, like, borrow your wheelchair? You know, like,
so sensitive.
I want to do a stunt, like, going down. And the guy was like, dude, let me do it too. I think the idea may have just come up because I met the guy in the wheelchair, and I was like, hey, let's just go downstairs. And so I, like, what a bad person. I took, like, a paralyzed man and launched him downstairs in a wheelchair over and over.
He wanted to do it. He wanted to do it.
He wanted to do it.
Yeah. It is horrible, isn't it? Did you get hurt?
I remember thinking, too, because I'm going down, like, backwards. I'm going down, like, you know. I remember thinking, like, how stupid I would feel if I wound up paralyzed and someone said, so what happened? I'm like, oh, well, got in a wheelchair.
That's what caused your paralyzation.
Yeah. You should see the other guy. Did when you come and do these tours now?
Oh, there's another one, too.
Okay.
Oh God, this one was so funny. We took this guy and we had a football, and we tied, like, a string to the laces of the football, and on the end of the string we attached a full-on fish hook, like, with a barb and everything. And we took this guy who was, like, at the hotel waiting to meet us and get an autograph. We're like, oh, okay, you'll be great. We're going to pierce your ear with this hook, right, this fish hook. The guy's ear wasn't even pierced in the first place. And, or maybe it was, I can't remember. But we just jammed this fish hook through the guy's ear. I get in a handstand so I'm the human field goal, right? And I'm, you know, I've got my legs all parted. Like, Preston Lacey, like, you know, spots the ball, and Wee Man comes up and just kicks this football. He kicks it through, you know, he made the field goal perfect through my legs. This poor bastard, like, his ears just torn apart, just bleeding all down his neck. We're like, yeah, sweet, you know, it's good. Just depraved, demented stuff that's happened in Canada.
But when you look back now, obviously your life's much different than it was a few years ago because you haven't, you know, you're clean, obviously. When you look back on that stuff now, do you go, oh, that's too bad I don't remember parts of it. I remember pretty good about it, but, you know, it wouldn't have given me what I've got today?
Well, I mean, you know, at the risk of sounding cliche, I'm super grateful for all of the good and the bad, you know?
Yeah.
Do I feel like my life is missing something because I'm not peeing all over sluts and launching paralyzed men downstairs. And
no, do you? Do you miss that adrenaline?
Do you miss that crazy crap?
In some little way,
yeah.
In some little way I do, and I know that I'll probably be like, I just know the shows are going to be absolutely crazy here in Ajax, and what I used to do, and like, I don't think there's a man on earth who, I should say, a man outside of the Jackass cast, who has had more people approach them and to say, dude, like, is there like any way I could get you to like kick me in the nuts? You know, and I mean, I'm certainly obliged probably more than any of the other guys.
Have you actually, if a stranger will come up to you and say, Steve-O, please, I want you to kick me in the balls, will you give him the business?
Dude, that's the kind of guy I am. How am I going to break this guy's heart? Of course I'm going to kick him in the nuts.
To be honest, though, like, I get it on like a really weird level. We've had a lot of opportunity to hang out with you guys and stuff, and I'll never forget when I flew out to LA to be a part of a Jackass junket and stuff.
Right.
And when Jeff Tremaine, the director and producer, he came up and literally punched me as hard as he could when I didn't see the guy, and I'm like, well, that's like the biggest compliment in the world. Like, he almost, winded me. I almost threw up from it, but it was really neat.
Right. And the last time Knoxville was here, I went to shake his hand and he hit me in the balls with his left hand. And I thought, well, clearly he knows who I am well enough. But it doesn't, like, that's how you guys are, and it's always a laugh after. But there was a time when you were, and it was I can't remember the DVD, but you were on PCP and you were on top of a car in a parking lot in the snow.
Doing donuts,
Doing donuts. And he's surfing on top of a car on PCP. And it was the night you guys took turns pooping on each other.
Right.
Do you remember all that stuff?
I do. I remember that well. That was the bonus DVD on my Steve-O Out on Bail.
That was a bonus, all right.
It was called PCP Saved My Life. And in retrospect, PCP didn't actually save anything.
Have you ever been to like a doctor though, and he's looked at you and goes like, I don't get how you're like, how does this happen?
I don't know. I remember when we were filming the second Jackass movie, they it was for the Beehive limo bit. They had to find out if
that was honest to Christ, one of my biggest fears is being that car. Watching you guys in the Beehive limo drove me nuts.
And I got in trouble because of all my experience with Wild Boys. I was like, I know what happens when somebody drops a beehive on you. You just calm down, you don't move, and then you're not a target. It's when you freak out that you get stung more and more.
Yeah.
And so Wee Man and I both knew that, and so we just like kind of chilled out. We didn't get stung at all, and we were in big trouble with the director. I'm like, man, come on, you're trying to blow the bit. What, you don't want to be in the movie? You know?
No way.
Luckily, Dunn and Dave England were absolutely just not. They made the bit great. But yeah, so they ran all these tests on us to find out if anybody had allergies, because the movie was concerned, like, oh, well, maybe like. Maybe somebody's got a horrible bee allergy and they're going to wind up dying, when we drop this beehive on them. So it was so funny when they ran all these tests on us. They did like blood tests or whatever. And it came back that Chris Pontius, is like super allergic to bee stings. And it's like, this is in 2006 when we filmed Jackass #2. It's like, wow, a little late. We spent like, 2 solid years traveling the world getting Pontius stung by everything, It turns out he could have totally died, And they determined from my blood work, the doctor said, Pontius is very allergic, he can't go in the Beehive limo, and Steve-O is not even human. That's sort of just, on some level, I don't know, not human.
Not human, meaning whatever blood they were looking at didn't make any sense to them.
Right.
Yeah, you're invincible.
His blood type is Smirnoff.
Right, something like that.
Yuk Yuk's this weekend. Steve-O will be there.
It's pretty exciting, man. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, please.
We, didn't even get on the radio or anything.
Sold out.
And it's sold out already, so we added a show for Friday. We were going to have one show tonight, one show tomorrow, and 2 shows on Saturday. But we got everything sold out. And except tonight, you can still get tickets for tonight, Thursday. And
it's at 8 p.m.
At 8 p.m. And we added a show tomorrow night. I think its second show starts at 10:30 now.
Yeah, this is tonight, 8 p.m.
And I'm telling him, you know what? Maybe we'll add we'll add like a 1 a.m. show on Saturday.
Dude, you know what you should do is go a little bit west of you if you want to add something. Go to Oshawa if you really want to have a good time.
You won't stand out enough there, Steve.
Yeah.
Okay.
People do all that stuff for fun on a Thursday.
All right. Well, Thursday is the new Friday.
Yuk Yuk's Ajax, yukyuks.com for information. $40. Go see Steve-O. 8 p.m. tonight, 8 p.m. and then 10:30 on Friday, and then 7:30 and 10:30 on Saturday. Really appreciate your time. Great to see you again, man. Thanks so much for coming in.
Great to see you guys too.
How are the boys? Okay? You talk to them?
Yeah, everybody's very well.
Yeah.
There's a new project that we're kind of working. I mean, I guess they're trying to get all of us in it, but that hasn't happened yet. But yeah, there's a silly new project, and it's possible that we'll see the whole gang back together.
Oh, you're kidding?
Very cool.
Yeah.
And another Jackass or something different?
It's something different, but still it's kind of a cool project.
I really appreciate the musical numbers at the end of them. Those are my favorite.
Hell yeah. All right, dogs.
Thanks,
I
man.
look for a TV show too, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Killer
yeah.
Karaoke.
Thanks for mentioning. Yeah, I have this show where people sing karaoke while horrible stuff happens to them. You know, like we literally electrocute people while they're singing Lynyrd Skynyrd and stuff.
Amazing.
You know, like it's just crazy. It's called Killer Karaoke, and it's coming out on January 8th on Action.
On Action Channel. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of the top networks.
It is, but is there a website people could go to for it? Killer Karaoke or Court TV?
You can see it on Action TV, action-tv.ca.
All right.
Yeah, who knows, man? But in any case, man, really.
Who knows, man?
Who cares? I should say too, man, that all my comedy shows, no matter what, like at the end, I stick around. If anybody wants to get a photo or anything like that, like I stick around till the bitter end. I don't start the next show.
If anybody wants one of those gratuitous kicks in the testicles,
yeah, you know, I'll probably when I'm on stage, I'm sure that I'm going to say like offer, like because that's the kind of guy I am. If anybody wants to get on stage and be kicked in the nuts, let me know. And I know we're gonna have a wild time.
Great to see you, Steve.
Hey, great to see you,
Yuk
guys.
Yuk's this weekend, yukyuks.com for all the information. Everything's pretty much sold out, but make sure you try and get a ticket.
Okay, here you go. The Dean Blundell Show, 102.101. The Edge.
Christmas Fest, we've waited for it for a while now, and lots of good things to come tonight. We're going to give you a chance to donate some non-perishable food items. You can bring those down when you show up to Sound Academy tonight. Doors are at 7 o'clock. The Sal's are going to be performing. There'll be the house band. Of course, the guys from My Mother Earth will be there. Not only that, the Reason performing. Kevin Smith will be doing some Q&A and some of our segments, some of his segments. Craig Gass will be there. Gasser's still here as well. We'll chat with him. And, of course, headlining the Dirtyheads. And what a great job, guys. That was phenomenal.
I was just saying, like, hanging out with these guys you'd get rid of all your stress. They're just
There's
so
no
chill.
stress. Yeah. You guys ever get stressed out?
Yeah, I think everybody does, but
Not you guys.
No, we don't.
Duddy and Jerry, listen. What's the vibe when you guys come here? Obviously, you got huge fans here. Do you still like coming to Toronto to do shows?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna say this just because we're here right now, but we always say Toronto's one of our favorite cities. It's awesome. It's like a better, cleaner LA, and I hate LA.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's just whatever. People are dicks.
Wow. Where are you from, LA?
No. We're from Huntington. We live south of LA in this very like beachy community, and then you go up to LA and it's just like, chill out, and it's dirty, it's gross.
You don't like going there?
I don't like LA.
Where are you from? Same place?
Well, yeah.
How old are you guys?
30.
30, yeah.
You're 30. You married, kids? I heard you talking about kids. Married?
Kids, yeah.
It's his daughter's birthday today.
It is.
Yeah.
Happy
You
birthday,
can't hear-
Sophia, but you can't hear me because you're in California.
Does she know that Daddy's a rock star? Does she understand that?
She does. She loves it. She's come out to shows before. And
She's a little rock star already.
She is.
Very cool. Is she really?
Yeah, she's dancing and singing 24 hours a day.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Hey, do you like having kids?
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Obviously changes you at first, but
Nice and close to that baby. We can't hear you.
It's awesome.
How old are you? They're how old?
My daughter's 5 today, and I have a 10-month-old son as well.
Oh, you got the Kings family.
Mm-hmm.
You got a son and a daughter. Good
Yep,
for you.
and I'm done.
Are you? Did you get a vasectomy?
I'm gonna.
Because my wife is Mexican, so I just walk by her and she gets pregnant. I have to hit. I have
to. I had no idea that could happen.
Yeah.
Apparently Jesus' mother was a Mexican. That's wow, that is something.
As long as that doesn't happen with other guys when they walk by her. Yeah.
Maybe they're not my kids.
Yeah.
She does go for a lot of walks.
So you guys are here tonight. Now, what do you guys when you do shows? Obviously, you guys you're a chill kind of funky reggae kind of band, and you got a huge band. You got a lot of guys. When you guys travel, do you all travel together? Do you all get along? It seems like there wouldn't be a lot of.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of one of the main things about this job is there's that you're on stage for an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. But then you have the rest of that tour. You're on tour with dudes in a tour bus for 3 months. So if you don't get along, it's going to be miserable. So yeah, we're all homies, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Do
you have any rules? There's some other people that I know have rules on their bus, like you can't take a dump in the bus.
Yeah, well, that's like that should be a rule on everybody's bus.
That's just given.
What if you bag it? You bag it. You get a grocery bag, you put it in the toilet. You take a dump in bag, tie the bag up, throw it out the window.
Never even heard of this move.
Yeah. Actually, there was a tour. I'm not going to name names, but there was a tour where somebody was like, "Oh my God, I've got to pee out of my butt. I have ate some bad Indian food or something," and so they bagged it, but they didn't know that the bag had a little hole at the bottom, so they had this just wet bag of just diarrhea, and they had to run it up to the front to the window, and it just trailed all over the crew, all over everybody, and then to throw it out and it cleaned the side of the bus.
Yeah,
so that happens.
Because we've all heard of leaky garbage bags, but never leaky poop bags.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about that.
So that's the one rule. And bunks are sacred. No pranks in the bunks. If you're in your bunk and your bunk curtain is closed, you're off limits. If everything else, if you fall asleep up front, if you fall asleep in the back, you're
fall asleep standing up.
Fall asleep standing.
So hold it. If your bunk's closed, meaning you probably know that guy's sleeping or masturbating,
exactly.
So you can't interrupt.
Yeah.
So you're respecting that. I like that.
And that's it. Those are the two rules.
How many of you guys have taken a dump in the bag, not in the bag, and told the guys it's in the bag, even though you just said, "Screw it, I'm not bagging it today"? Nobody? You two? You look like you would, right? But yeah.
No one's done it. There's no way to do it and lie and be like, "Oh, I put it in the bag and threw it out," because the entire bus will stink. You got to throw it out the window.
Oh, you litter?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
as long as you're not in a convertible behind, nobody really cares.
Yeah.
We're usually out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, we were at a Jack Johnson show. I know. And we were leaving on this party bus, and you were there, actually, and I had to pee in a water bottle because there was no bathroom, and I ended up pouring it out the window, and there's these yuppies with their girlfriends in a convertible BMW, and I just heard, because I wasn't looking, and I was talking to Todd and some other guy, and I was just pouring it out, and I heard it landing on the ground, but apparently it was such a height, the splash was incredible.
Oh, that's genius.
And so it was hitting these yuppie university guys in a BMW, and I heard these girls go, that's warm. That's warm. And they asked if it was urine. I said no, but that's as far as I've gone. But the bag apparently is just part of the deal, right? It doesn't matter. You just throw it all out there.
You just got to get it out of the bus.
That's the only rule,
I guess.
Well, I mean, most of the time you just go up to the front and you tell the bus driver to pull over.
Yeah.
But if you're, wake up in the middle of the night and it's emergency and he's like, "Oh, there's not an exit for 20 miles," well, guess what? You get that bag out.
We just talked about poop for 10 minutes.
Yeah, we could keep going though.
I have a feeling that's probably more entertaining than people asking who's going to produce your next record.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. Thank you.
Some guy.
Let's talk poop.
Mr. Hanky is gonna.
Well, guys, thanks again for coming. Really appreciate it. Excited to see you tonight and hang out with you tonight before and after the show.
No, we're really, really, really stoked to be back and got the meet and greet. We're excited for that. And Kevin Smith.
Yeah, dude, he's coming.
Such a fan.
Are you really?
Oh, dude, come on.
What's your favorite Smith movie?
Well, me and Duddy, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to wear the exact same outfit as Jay and see if I can get a picture.
Oh, you
Dirty Jay and Silent
in
Bob.
A heartbeat, you'll get a picture.
Yeah,
people ask me, "Oh, dude, you look like Silent Bob." Get out of here.
No, you will for sure. For sure,
We're excited for that.
You might have to do the stuff that he gets Jay to do too, though.
That's fine.
You're all right
I'm
with
prepared.
That? All right.
Is it sexual?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a good thing you're not married.
Yeah. If he says the words womanly mouth, start running away. Guys, thanks for coming. Dirtyheads tonight, Sound Academy, Christmas Fest. We'll see you all. Bring your non-perishable food items.
Thank you, man.
Anytime, guys. Thanks so much.
The Dean Blundell Show, 102.1 The Edge.